So what about the business application? So the things about platform activities could be stuff like transaction fees, rewards for joining the network, discount tokens, referral links, and different kind of reward policies. So for transaction fees, this is quite a common thing. This is one of the reasons to incentivize people to continue staying on the platform. And it can be through staking, it can be by being a miner or a validator, or being part of this ecosystem. You get to earn transaction fees. And you also get to pay transaction fees. Sometimes people look at transaction fees as a form of taxation. So the ecosystem will continue to generate, you have to pay additional fees to do something. Transaction fees, like to transact, you need to pay a fee. And that is kind of like taxes that government gets from people. And then government will keep the taxes and redistribute it to whoever needs it in the ecosystem, in the country. So in the same vein, ecosystems can also do that, or your business can also do that, where you keep the transaction fees all together and you figure out how to distribute that. How do you distribute that is something that's going to be very important. We're going to talk about that in architecture. But basically, right now we're talking about collecting transaction fees, what can they be for, and what are the incentives for transaction fees. The other one is rewards for joining the network. We talked about that in market design as well, as in trying to create thickness in the market. So you get rewarded for joining, and for referral links, you get reward for asking someone else to join. So you're already in the system, you get more people to join, helps with thickness, helps with market design, and you're rewarded. And for a new person that on board, they are also rewarded for joining. So it all helps with thickness. So these two things are part of market design. And discount tokens. So discount tokens, we're going to talk about that in the last lesson after this. And discount tokens, basically, it gives you the right to receive discounts. It's kind of like gift cards. It's kind of like, your frequent flyer points. It's kind of like coupons where you get discount on items. But the main difference is that it's not burnt when you use it. You can hold on to the tokens all the time and just keep using to get discounts. The tokens can also be sold so you can gain in two ways. The incentive is in two ways. The first one is getting discounts on the items that you purchase, on the services that you purchase, and the things that you want that the ecosystem provides. And the second one is when the tokens rise in value, you can sell them. Maybe because you don't want to get discounts anymore, you can sell them. So these are incentives, and just other kind of reward policies or reward mechanisms that in general that's just beyond mining. Because right now a lot of platform activities, or we look at base layer blockchain, it's more of when you mine, you get rewarded in terms of block rewards, but there are a lot of other kind of incentives available. When we talk about equities owned, we talk about returns to investment. So the expected returns to the equity owned, this can be by staking. So when you stake in your token or you lock your tokens up, then maybe you can gain in some transaction fees, and that's expected returns in a future period. Or it could be a change in the underlying asset. So that could be it could be on some like decentralized finance product, or maybe gold just increased in price, and instead of buying gold, you just buy the token. That could also be the case, and that's also that's one of the safer bets, because we're just changing the physical product into a digitized version. So that's not crazy innovative business idea, but it exists, it works, that's good enough, Okay, another one is arbitrage on exchange rates of token prices. You've got price level volatility of tokens, liquidity mechanisms, and riskiness of tokens. So in arbitrage, we're looking at arbitrage means the difference in buy and sell prices in different places. So I know that we have main exchanges, right? You've got like Coinbase, Kraken, and all the kind of big exchanges. They tell you the prices of Bitcoin, for example. So sometimes the prices are not always exactly the same. There's some differentiation, and you can make arbitrage, or you can make money out of that. But not only that, when we talk about returns to investment, we talk about a longer period. We talk about a future time period, and arbitrage can happen if you think a bit bigger picture, where your exchange rate of the tokens are just is just much better, and you can sell them in the next period for a better price, so better returns of investment. Look at price level volatility of tokens. So how volatile are the tokens, and which is also how risky the tokens are. So the price level is less volatile, and you feel safer, and people want to join the ecosystem more, and that could be a way to measure your returns. Same with riskiness. With riskiness, we also want to consider what happens during crisis period. Maybe the the token is very risky, and anything happens in the real world, suddenly everyone just takes all their tokens away, and or everyone just liquidates their tokens, and suddenly the token has zero value. So that's also something to consider. You want to make sure that the tokens are not too risky, and that's why we talk about price level volatility. And lastly, we have liquidity mechanisms. So sure, we can have a lot of these beautiful engineering features of a token, but if your tokens can't be liquidated, as in your tokens can't be changed out to fiat or to cash or to something more user-friendly, then that's going to be quite a risk. It's going to be quite difficult to get your returns of the kind of money that you put into this token.